On that ordinary Halloween night, a 13-year-old girl suddenly announced to everyone that she had once witnessed a murder, but no one believed the girl. Minutes later, something terrible happened. Even more bizarre, when she was found, submerged in the apple bobbing basin, the townspeople unanimously labeled it an accident. However, when the great detective Tom received an invitation from an old friend and became involved in the case, he keenly sensed something was wrong. This was no accident. This was clearly a carefully planned murder. But who would target a young girl, considered a liar by her parents? Or had she really seen something? This Halloween Eve murder case will definitely show you the darkest side of human nature. Tom received a phone call claiming that not long ago, she had witnessed an extremely bizarre murder. Keep in mind today happened to be Halloween. Lisa was invited to neighbor Mary's party. However, just as everyone sat around the fireplace chatting pleasantly, a young girl said she had witnessed a murder. This statement instantly silenced the room, but everyone went from initial shock to speechlessness in just 1 second, because the girl's family knew she had a habit of lying. These words before them, everyone naturally assumed, were just another little trick to get attention. But unexpectedly, just as the party was ending, the maid discovered the girl had drowned in the water basin. This was definitely no accident. The killer was likely hiding among them. After hearing Lisa's urgent account, Tom said nothing, but early the next morning, boarded a train to the town. During the journey, a blonde man recognized Tom, and his destination was also the town where the murder occurred. Tom took this opportunity to pull out a newspaper and inquire about the situation there. The man said a mysterious old lady there might give you answers. Soon the train reached the town. Tom first found his friend, who had fallen ill from the trauma of witnessing a child's death, but she still gave Tom a detailed account of the entire case. However, the investigation now faced two major obstacles. First, there were numerous suspects at the party. Second, the scene had been severely compromised, except for the fatal apple basin, still preserved in place. All other potential clues had vanished. So Tom needed to gather evidence from scratch. He went to the local police station. However, the sheriff in charge of the case had an attitude toward the entire incident that infuriated Tom. This official casually classified the case as an unfortunate accident, even trying to pin the suspicion on a vagrant wandering outside. Tom was furious inside, but maintained his professional detective's composure on the surface. His reasoning was clear and powerful. If the girl was really lying, then no murder could have occurred on Halloween night. Obviously, she did see something she shouldn't have, and the killer, to ensure the truth would never be revealed, chose to silence her. More importantly, Tom firmly believed the killer was at last night's party. However, these logical deductions received no acknowledgement from the sheriff. Faced with the police's dismissive attitude, Tom decided to personally return to the crime scene.